Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. I am glad to welcome all members to the second committee meeting. Thank you for coming. Can we call this meeting to order?
Yes.
Okay, let's see who is here. My secretary, Miss Sabrina, my treasurer, Miss Fazlin, the committee's member, Miss Daphne and Miss Fazira. Since none of the committee absent, can we now proceed to the next item? Minutes of the previous meeting. Miss Sabrina will brief shortly.
As we have discussed in our previous meeting, our company has started a new project to help decrease the number of homeless people. We have discussed on some of the cause for this problem, and Ms. Fazira was appointed to survey the places with abundant homeless people staying there. For the other business, we have opted to purchase new printers to replace the old models of printer that we have.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sabrina. Are there any amendments, Miss Fazlin?
No.
Thank you.
Since there are no amendments, may I propose that the minutes be passed?
Thank you. If there were no other amendments, I approve the minutes to be passed as a true record. Okay, now let's move on to the next item. Any matters arising from the last minute regarding the problems from the case study entitled Thousands of Homeless Need Our Attention. Anyone?
During the previous meeting, we have discussed that there were three main causes for the homelessness problem, which is domestic abuse, difficulties in finding a job, and lack of financial advice.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sabrina. Anything else to add?
No.
Okay, if there is nothing else to add, let's proceed to our special business today about homeless people in Kuching, Sarawak. There are many reports of increasing number of homeless people on the streets of Kuching recently. Can you elaborate why such event happening? Miss Daphne, you may start first.
Okay. From the research they have done, the increasing number of homeless people on the street is due to the high living costs and also increasing housing market that has occurred these past 5 years.
Might I suggest that we initiate a federal housing project? As what Ms. Daphne has said, the high living cost and increasing price in the housing market is the main problem to the homelessness problem. A federal housing project would provide a place for them to stay at an affordable price. Based on my research, a federal housing project are one of the most successful ways to reduce homelessness. We can start a public housing or federal housing voucher. Let me elaborate more on the voucher. The vouchers allow low-income households to rent modest market rate housing of their choice and provide a flexible subsidy that adjusts with the family's income over time.
Okay, thank you, Miss Daphne and Miss Sabrina. Shall we proceed this proposal to the next meeting?
Yes.
Okay, let's move to the next item. Miss Fazlin, can you make a budget review for the federal housing project as mentioned by Miss Sabrina just now?
Yes, of course. Our budget for federal housing project is about 500,000. I agree with the idea Miss Sabrina proposed just now, but since this project will cost a lot in terms of workers, for example, the budget cuts need to be made.
I beg your pardon, did you say 500,000 or 500,000?
500,000.
Okay, so I think that's a wonderful idea to set up a federal housing project, but I personally think that instead of going with the idea, I think we should just set up a kitchen soup instead. You know, it is less time consuming, it's convenient. We can set up booths at the nearest place where the homeless could reach to get decent meal. You know, speaking about budgets, it doesn't need that much of a fund to set up booths, so that's pretty easy. So, to compare that with federal housing project, it takes time for it to be done and completed. So by the time the federal housing project is established, we don't know, the number of homeless people could increase by then. So I personally think that starting a kitchen soup would be a great idea.
Okay, thank you. Since both of the proposals have potential in aiding the homeless problems, I suggest that both of the matters are to be brought to the next meeting. Do you guys agree?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Is there any other matters?
I would say something about the matter that we did the last meeting. It was about how these homeless people have difficulty in finding jobs. Now, I would say the main reason to that is that because some of them they suffer from different types of illnesses. They have disabilities and they have injuries. So imagine a homeless person walked into a store and apply for jobs, but people can't give that because the homeless people they look at them as they do not have these qualifications that they expect from. So it's pretty hard for them to actually find an income in this state of mind. And then it is also because people do this, people reject these homeless people because out of sympathy and also their lack of trust in believing that they could do something beyond what is needed. So
what you're saying is the reason why they find it difficult to find a job is because of their health status and disabilities?
yes, I would say that, Sabrina.
Okay, since all what Ms. Fazira said is related to their health, I suggest that the company commence a medical home for the homeless with voluntary doctors. Okay, let's put this to a vote. You guys agree?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, thank you. Since all of you agree, I will assign Ms. Fazlin to recruit voluntary doctors and handle the program.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Ms. Fazlin, I wanted to ask. The doctors that you are recruiting, will they have any specific qualifications?
Yes, of course. We recruit doctors from General Hospital Kuching and KPJ, and of course all the doctors are specialist doctors that we can put across in them.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Fazlin and Ms. Sabrina for asking the question. Now, let's move on to any other business. Is there any other facilities to be upgraded? Anyone?
Yes. I want to report about a broken refrigerator in the office pantry that needs to be replaced. This problem has been going on for like a week now, and this complicates the storage of foods that requires cooling.
I beg your pardon. Why we need to buy a new refrigerator? As you know, the refrigerator is more expensive than the printer.
Because this problem has been going on for like a week now, and it's foods that we eat during lunch is that maybe not all of us will eat all the food. Yeah.
I would agree with her because according to what she said, lunch, I mean food, eating lunch, we don't want our food to go bad. So with the purchase of new refrigerators, this would help us to store our food for whatever occasion there is.
I actually agree with Ms. Dabney also. I wanted to add that since the printers are still working, and I think we can postpone it to the next week and go for the refrigerators.
How about you, Chairperson? Do you think you agree?
Oh, since most of you agree with Miss Daphne, how about we proceed about the printer in the next meeting? Do you guys
Yes.
agree?
Okay. If that's so, I think that we need to postpone the purchase of new printer since as we agreed in the previous meeting to make the budget for our new refrigerator.
Okay, sure. Can Miss Sabrina summarize for today's meeting?
So after the chairperson's address and taking of attendees, we proceeded to the special business where 3 solutions were proposed, which was initiating a federal housing project, starting a kitchen soup, and commencing a medical home, where Ms. Fazlin was appointed to recruit the voluntary doctors. And for the other business, we agreed to buy a new refrigerator and postpone the purchasing of the new printers to the next meeting. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sabrina. Our next item is date, time, and venue for the next meeting. Ms. Sabrina will explain shortly.
How does 10 a.m. in 2 weeks' time, which is Monday, 10th of April, at this venue? Sounds good for all of you?
Excuse me, Miss Sabrina, I would say no to that because I have an appointment around that time. So can we actually change the time to, I would say, 10:30?
Alright then.
Okay.
I will send the notice for the next meeting 1 week before the meeting starts.
Sure, thank you.
Alright, that is that done. I am glad we could manage to finish this meeting on time. Anything else to add or comment, anyone?
No.
Okay, no. If no, well, thank you for coming and explain about your proposal. The meeting is ended. Thank you.
Thank you.